was told in the Cathedral of the
I hear
Dead.
you.
I must away.
Yay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so
Alright, lock in.
Mhm.
I have neglected to listen to the last episode. So, do y'all remember what happened last time?
I wasn't
I-
here because Duke wasn't needed, so I was like, yeah.
I vaguely,
Yeah,
I
you were.
vaguely remember like a very tense conversation between like Frederick and Alistair before I had to tap out.
Mhm. Yeah, and I know that you also showed the homunculus to the prince.
Yes.
Marcus found his brother.
Yes. And brought him back to the
Mhm.
penthouse.
And
Yep.
Rise and Marcus made Wild Wild Monkey Love.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and Rise also called
Ophelia.
Ophelia at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and Ophelia was like, "Don't fucking trust that guy."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Time to speak with Molly. Oh boy.
The two
Yes.
the two people to not touch, Rise and Molly. Touch one of them, you will die.
Hmm.
And then Marcus also got a text on his phone saying that the fat cat would like to speak with him and what kind of food he would like.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say it's a new night, so let's roll rouse.
Rolling our
Okay.
arousing checks.
Oh,
I'm
mine
getting
isn't
hungrier for
seven.
once.
Alexandria got hungrier for once.
So
All
have I.
right. All right. Alexandria, how do you hunt? Because I don't think we've gone over that yet.
So
Yeah, what is-
Alexandria,
What is her
Oh.
prototype?
her predator type is extortionist.
Oh.
So she
sense.
she wakes up as the night comes on. She like rubs her temples a bit. Ugh. She snaps her fingers. Miguel,
Yes, ma'am.
find me one of the contracts, one of the ones that has been unpaid, that we have been lenient on. Have them come here.
Yes. Right away. And by the time you are up and ready for the night, he is sitting at the dining table. Tied up,
Ah.
gagged.
She walks over, and slips her gloves off. This person would go, having gone and talked to Alexandra, would know that this is no longer business. This is personal.
They are sweating bullets.
Now, if I remember so carefully, she grazes her finger across the contract. You were supposed to pay me back 2 weeks ago. She pushes the gag out of his mouth. You mind telling me why that your payment has been untouched?
I swear I'll get the money at the end of this week. Business has just been slow.
Oh, it's always business is slow, family emergency, matters of important need. Here's what's going to happen. You already know what I am, so you're going to give me what I want. Then, by tonight, I get my money, or perhaps this little manila folder gets sent to your ex-wife and teenage daughter. It'd be a shame to know that her father was sleeping around with a couple of her teachers to help her stay in college. Now, wouldn't it be bad?
Roll me an intimidation and manipulation.
I have coercion as part of intimidation, so I get that +1. Jeez, 7 successes.
Nice.
Not a messy crit either. Nice. So that's a crit. Yeah, he immediately caves and he stops struggling and just sort of braces himself and gives a nod.
I see. I knew you could listen. And she'll tilt his head to the side and just close your eyes. You know how this goes.
He does exactly as you ask.
And she will bite into his neck and drink. She'll like chew hunger.
Lovely. So he, already being of a weak constitution, as you finish the bite, he just faints, passes out. He was already stressed. Blood pressure just went through the roof. He'll be fine. He just needs to sleep it off.
She licks her lips and then walks over, puts her gloves back on. Take him back to wherever he was staying. Take him back to wherever he was staying. Then make sure to leave him a note with a little reminder. Oh, and get my car ready. We'll get my car ready. I need to meet up with a couple people. She pulls out her phone. Hold on. Actually, go pick up the boy. You know which one I mean. Oh, this
Yes,
is about
ma'am.
to get very, very interesting. And she smiles smugly.
All right. As Alexandria waltzes up the door, we move to Broke and Broken, where said boy is. Excuse me.
Hakuna Matata.
Delicious.
Hakuna Matata.
Ew. I gagged. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Rise, you're at Broke and Broken. You see Molly working the front.
Hey, Molly. How you doing?
Oh, hey, Rise. Give me a second. I gotta put these down. Jonathan, I need help. And, she, like, hoists, like, a whole bus tub full of, dishes, over to another guy, and he takes it back. And then she waltzes over. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. You look like you guys are slammed tonight.
Oh, yeah, I should be good for, like, 5 minutes. The worst of it is over. What's up?
Hey, listen. I spoke with Ophelia yesterday, and, I'm picking up something for her. The journal. You know what that means?
Yeah. Hey guys, can you cover the front for me for like a minute or two? Thanks. And she just sort of like beckons to Rise. And brings you upstairs. She opens the door to the apartment. She pauses for a moment and just says, "Okay, so I know that you got permission from Ophelia. Do you have, like, proof that you did?" She asked me, like, to make sure you had proof that she gave her consent for this.
I mean, we talked on the phone.
Okay. She, like, scrolls through her messages. Would Ophelia have told Molly, like, Rise contacted her and, like, it's go time?
Yeah, like Ophelia mentioned that it's like Molly's already knows that I was like, if asked by Alexandria, if Rise or someone comes asking for the journal, go ahead and give it to them. It's all set. Like, do what you gotta do.
Okay. Alright. So having this verified, she nods and she goes to the bedroom where she goes to that bedside drawer, rummaging around for the key and then unlocking it. And inside sits the mask and a journal.
Ophelia has her mask. She just carries that with her, but there is the journal.
Oh, okay.
Her suit
Yeah,
would be
so-
in it, her old suit, yeah.
Her old suit and her. So Molly takes out the journal and just holds it, takes a breath, and turns back to her eyes. I don't want to doubt her. I know this is, like, kind of important, and her sire was kind of a dick, but. At the same time, I'm kind of afraid of what that lady is gonna do with this info.
You and me both, but Ophelia assured me that the shit that's in that book, whatever it is, Alexandria's not going to be able to afford to part with it. No, or no one's going to be able to afford to buy it, I should say.
Okay. So, is it like a personal thing?
He holds up his hands. I don't know.
Probably best not to
Well-
know.
Ain't that the
Huh.
truth?
Well, I suppose we just have to trust Ophelia's judgment. And she hands the book over to Rise.
Who would, like, take it and hold it close. To be fair, I did see the scar that Ophelia left on Alexandria. I don't think we have to worry.
But, really?
Yeah. Apparently Alexandria kind of just left it there. Not sure why she didn't heal it up, but that's her choice.
Well, damn. I mean... Okay. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I should get back... Yeah. How are you holding up, Rise? I know that you weren't exactly happy with the deal that all the barons made.
Well, I'm still not happy, but I just made my own deal with the devil, so be kind of hypocritical to stay mad at them, huh?
Oh, is that what the book is for?
Yeah, and to keep all of us safe.
Oh. I think Molly, like, thinks it over. Okay. I trust you, Rise. Yeah. Just be safe, okay?
And you. Things are not really settling down as much as we would have liked.
Yeah. Guess we just have to savor the little moments we get.
He kind of offers that, like, bro side hug.
She takes it.
You'll call if you need
Alright.
me.
Yep. I should get back down to the front.
Alright, thanks, Molly. He'll, like, follow her out.
And as you walk out, speak of the devil, and she shall appear.
Does she wear Prada?
Louis
That's-
Vuitton, actually.
Damn.
Ah, just the boy I was looking for.
Oh, well, that was quick. He, like, looks down at his phone. I see you didn't bother to respond to my message, just showed up.
Why would I? We're going to speak in person.
I didn't want to do it here.
Oh, no. We're not doing any sort of illicit dealings here. We'll be heading back to my current accommodations. Unless you prefer somewhere a little more, and she kind of tilts his chin a little bit, public.
He, like, pulls his chin away. I'm fine with either, just not anywhere that's connected to the others.
Of course. Come. If we can chat in my car, we can wait until we get back to my hotel room.
He like will wave to Molly as he leaves.
Goodbye, Miss Tibbet Daniel. Goodbye, Mrs. Tibbet Daniels.
Thanks. You too? It's clear she didn't hear her above the sound of the bar.
And as they walk, Benjamin will open the door, and Alexandra will slide in and then kind of pat the seat for Rise to sit down.
He kind of rolls his eyes almost internally, but then he'll take a seat.
And then
You're almost as
Miguel, hotel.
You're almost as bad
And
as
they begin
Marcus.
driving.
He's like looking around the car like, good God, there's two of them.
Oh, I assure you, I have much more class than your husband.
Not my husband. I keep reminding you.
And you can't fool me.
He'll like glance back out the window, just kind of watching where they're going.
They're just driving. They do end up in like the more affluent, like richer side of New Orleans.
I feel
before they
underdressed for
stop
this
at a-
section.
Oh, I assure you, had you come here alone, you probably would have gotten reprimanded or possibly led away by some sort of police force. But with me, they won't lay a finger on you. I made sure of that.
How kind.
And they pull up to a really, really nice hotel. Benjamin once again opens the door, and Alexandra steps out from her side and holds her hand out to have Rise take it.
He'll kind of ignore it and he'll just get out of the car.
She'll go in, lead him up into a very, very nice suite. And then she will walk over and just, can I get you a drink? Or would you prefer to start speaking business right away?
I don't need a drink, thank you.
Feisty tonight, are we?
I've got a lot on my mind. It's
I
not
forgot she had an
personal.
accent.
Don't worry. I'm pretending she's southern still, don't worry.
Thank you. Very well then. Very well then. So then, I'm assuming you have what I need.
I do. And I do have to ask. I heard from Ophelia this isn't really worth much to you.
Oh no. Like I said, there was a particular person who wanted this information.
And, they're not gonna hurt Ophelia or try to do anything stupid, will they?
Honey, if anyone wanted to try and hurt Ophelia, I would say they are nothing but a fool, a vagrant, and a moron at best.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, last time I checked, Ophelia wasn't someone that you, as the kids would say, fuck with.
He just nods and is like, yeah, I wouldn't. But a lot of people are stupid enough to try.
Well, they see a well-built, curvaceous, large-busted woman and they assume that she's soft, she's cuddly, she's all bark and no bite, when in fact Ophelia's no bark, all bite. That's all she does is bite.
He'll like reach into his jacket and pull out the journal, holding it up. So with
Wonderful.
this, none of the information about the people in this group, past or present, well, present or future, I guess, would be more like it, are in trouble, yeah?
None of you are in trouble. This is a job that has been basically sitting in my backlog for a while, and now I'm able to complete it finally. I could stop being hounded on by the worthless piece of scum so they can leave me alone.
He'll like pause a second, but then he'll finally hold it out to her.
She'll gently take it and like look it over and just oh, the client will be very happy about this.
So, I suppose that concludes our business.
Well, of course it does. But our original business. But there's a look in your eye. Something tells me that you aren't exactly done with business.
I've gotten what I need out of you, and I feel that that's where it's best to stay. I don't know what other business you could be referring to.
Well, you seem fairly astutely and very annoyingly interested in protecting your allies.
Who wouldn't?
No, it's not the stupid part of protecting your allies, it's the fact that you bring it up every single conversation. Every 5 seconds you're bringing about this won't hurt my friends, even though I've mentioned that I won't touch them.
No offense, but I don't know you. And all I do know about you is that you basically sell snake oil.
Oh, honey, if I sold honey, I don't sell snake oil. I'm not, the person that used to, hold up that building where Marcus is at. I don't sell snake oil, I sell promises. I sell truths. And I sell things that people actually need. I don't sell fake remedies or frivolous purchases. I sell information. And no matter who you say, everybody needs information. It's just a different kind of information is what they're looking for.
That's fair. My apologies. When I make deals with people, I like to be crystal clear in what is coming out of it.
Well, since you're so keen on protecting your friends and allies, how are you feeling about a potential temporary internship per se?
I'm sorry, excuse me?
And she stands up a bit and like walks closer to him, walking around him. Of course, we'll have to get you fitted for a suit, proper shoes, fix up that hair a little bit, but
There's nothing wrong with my hair.
it's a little too yeah, we'll leave it. It's fine. We can get you a nice hat or something.
You want to explain?
Oh, I'm getting to there. I'm getting there. Don't worry, dearie. See, I don't know much of this area per se. My people are on the ground doing their work, but it's still gonna take time before I get to really know the people. I want to speed that up a little bit. So, I would like to start going door to door, offering my services, but I'm gonna need someone they trust. The people around here, they know you. They trust you.
You want me to act as a liaison?
Precisely. Act as my liaison for the work I need, and I provide extra protections for you and your friends.
I mean, our deal is completed. You aren't allowed to sell any information that you find out about us. So,
Oh, of course. But when I say extra protections, that just stops me from selling information, stops me from selling information to others. That doesn't stop others from selling information to others. Help me out a little bit, and maybe occasionally the rumor mill is poisoned a little bit. Wrongful information is sent out to the wrong people. People come to me asking for this sort of information instead of just turning them away, sending them to someone else. I give them incorrect information. I make their lives harder, more difficult. and make your life a whole lot easier.
You are insane, you know that?
Well, someone has to be. When was the last time you ever heard of a sane person holding their position? When was the last time you heard of a sane person changing the world? When was the last time you ever heard of a sane person who wasn't able to hold some form of power?
You are something. He like stands up and is just like, I'm sorry, but our business is concluded, and there will always be people who can gather information. I just stopped one source. I know I can't stop them all, but why would I use my trust with these people to garner information about them that you could use?
Oh, no. You're thinking about the wrong people, dearie. See, I don't want to talk to the mom and pop shops or the pop-up stands or the people just trying to make it through life. No. I'm trying to get in with the seedier types. The ones that I know you all speak to. The ones I know linger around your places of work, business, and life. I want them. Anybody can get information from the 80-year-old man who's running a delicious and well-made bakery, mind you. But it's a lot harder to get information from the 25-year-old coked-up drug freak who's still itching because his last high is running low. I want that information. That's the kind of information that sells.
I won't help you poison people. I want to help them, too. It's not just about my coterie that I'm with. I want to be able to make it a world where everyone can live, and all I know is you would be using me to get to people who are down on their luck. No.
Maybe.
No. There's nothing that you could offer me that would make me use my trust against people.
Even if I promise the safety of little Miss Molly Tibbet?
I think she'll be okay. She's got all of us, she's got Ophelia, she's got herself, she's got that shotgun.
Oh yeah, she has all of that. But what's stopping from somebody? But who's exactly watching her right now is the true question. She can hold her own, true, but even Ophelia has limits, and Molly's just a fledgling, if I remember correctly.
None of us would let you harm her. Anyone who tries to go up against her, they're gonna have to get through the rest of us.
Ophelia, not sorry, you messed me up.
Ophelia,
Alexandria, Ophelia bursts in and punches her. No, Alexandria leans back in her chair, reaches into her coat and pulls out a small folder and holds it out to Rise.
What's that?
Go on. Take a peek.
He's hesitant, but he'll like reach out and take it and look into it.
That is every inquiry I've stopped about your group since we started this little partnership.
Well, that's good. That was the point of our deal, wasn't it?
Keep mind of the number. I'm stopping them, but then that means they're just going elsewhere. Instead of stopping them, I can redirect them. Turn their blades and poison upon the others. Turn them against each other. Instead of having to push them away and hope that they just give up and don't go more extremist methods, instead I push them to a different spot. Check the next page. I did the projections for you.
He like flips it.
As you can see, there's a significant decrease in the harm that you all will be dealing with this little plan. Now, of course, this isn't permanent. Of course, this isn't permanent. Your little internship with me will only last until Ophelia returns, in which case I will return to my abode, but our deal will remain. Do this for me, and I promise to give extra protections to any coterie member past, present, and future.
Shit. He kind of like slumps back. You are testing my patience.
I'm assuming I'm gonna get an A plus.
You're good. You're good. I mean, these projected numbers, they look great. It's all projection, though. I don't know how powerful you think you are, but the Sabbat is still out there. You think that you can stop them.
She slams her hand on the table. The first little like bit of extra emotions, like the Sabbat are a bunch of whiners, quitters, and pathetic cheats. They don't know the ass end of a horse if it was shitting on their head.
They've
They
done a
are
lot of
not
harm,
the-
though. He kind of smirks.
They are not the threat you think they are.
Well, like I said, they've done a lot of harm around here. And they've got backers, it seems. Not only that, but then there's the hunters. I mean,
I got rid of the hunters, and the few that ended up still hanging out, well, I took care of them personally.
you know, I noticed in these projections, you don't include one of the people that I'd like to keep safe the most. He's leaving the coterie soon.
Oh, average Joe, eh? Well, I considered that the fact that since he was leaving, you wouldn't much care for, but I suppose if you help me with this, I might be able to give up a couple people to keep him safe. Keep a bit of a close eye on him.
So you weren't including him in the deal. Shit.
I wasn't including him in the deal because he was planning on leaving and vanishing into thin air was what my thought was.
He may want to, and that's his choice if that's what he wants to do, but he was still a friend for a time, and I don't want him just wandering off. I mean, the same with Alistair. What, were you just gonna let Alistair leave? And then as soon as he did, sell his info?
Oh, no. I couldn't sell Average Joe's info anyways. Unfortunately, no one's willing to pay the price for that. And as for Alistair, well, he's got a few other things, but he was included in that little projection and in our original deal. The ministry and those Camarilla and all the others may find themselves scary, but they all tend to cower when someone who knows all their dirty, dirty little secrets starts speaking.
Damn it. Oh, fuck. You're good. You're real good. Is this what you did to the barons? Twisted
Oh,
their
no.
arms?
No, quite the opposite. I simply just gave them an offer, showed them what they could have and couldn't have. See, my dear friend, you're playing checkers, I'm playing chess. You're used to thinking 2, 3 steps ahead normally. I'm well aware of that. But you're not used to me thinking 5 steps over your 3.
God. How many times have I told myself that I'm different from people like you? And yet here I am, repeating the same sins.
Oh, dearie. It's not a sin unless God himself tells you it's a sin. Otherwise, that's just called life. All those bureaucratic a-holes up in the church believe that they can dictate what is and is not sinful, what is right, what is wrong. Little do they know that their God has abandoned the buildings, abandoned the souls and their lives long ago. The acts and the ways they go about and the things they preach make him puke. They make him want to vomit and wipe everything else off the earth. Why do you think he hasn't stopped so much? He doesn't care about them. He never has. All that's left is for us to take charge. We have to make our own fate. Placing it into a higher power, now that's a pretty good way to get yourself shot, stabbed, or stolen.
What do you hope to accomplish from this?
Information. I want to expand my reach. You
Yes.
think I have some underlying plan and frivolous ideas, and I might not be the most honest or the most upholded of your, morals and all that, but I assure you, this is all in the name of business.
If you want information, and you want me to help you, we would have to do it my way. I'm not one of your dolls that you can dress up and ask to come hither when you want. You're gonna have to come down to our level, Miss LeBlanc.
Oh, I like it when you start talking strong. Ophelia was right. Despite the frame and despite the eyes, you've got a big set of fucking balls on you, boy. No wonder Marcus likes to keep you around.
I assure you that it is not usually for that he keeps me around. But there are 3...
believe me.
God.
Oh, believe me, I'm aware. I've seen his little, side projects, his OnlyFans, and all his little pre-mayoral jobs, per se.
There are 3 rules, and they are subject to change at my will. First, no children involved. Never. Unless we're getting them out of a bad situation. 2,
Miguel, write this down, and the butler will come over and he'll open up a little notepad and write it down.
2, someone who surrenders has surrendered. If you can't squeeze the last drop out of them, not gonna let you do that. And,
Fair enough.
of course, anyone has the right to not want to work with you, and you just have to let it go. I'll teach you a little empathy. I think it'll be a good addition to the... He, motions to Oliver. That.
Oh, my dear. I think this is going to be the beginning of a very beautiful partnership.
I'm not your partner. We are strictly acquaintances.
Partners in crime, co-workers, intern and employee. It's all the matter of the same thing.
We are equal
Don't
in
worry.
this.
Of course, of course. And do be noted, I will be paying you for this. I'm not like others. Where I see value, I'm more than willing to put my money where my mouth is.
His eyes will
And I
kind
like
of
putting my mouth on places.
his eyes will kind of flash red. I don't want your damn blood money.
Calm down, calm down. You want me to follow your rules? You follow mine. I pay for my business. This is business. You get paid for it.
This is fucking stupid. Marcus is gonna kill me. They're all gonna kill me.
Half. But which would you rather take? A short-term anger for long-term protection, or short-term happiness for long-term danger?
Fine.
Oh, this is going to work out amazing, Mr. This is going to work out amazing, Mr. Devlin. This is going to work out amazing. We still will need to get you tailored for a suit, though. Unfortunately, that is a requirement, but, luckily for you, I will also pay for that, and we'll get it from a nice place here in New Orleans just for you. Unfortunately, I have other matters to attend to, so Igor will be taking you. Igor! He struggles out of the shadows. Igor, would you be so kind as to call Felicity and get her set up with Rise, so then she can take him to that nice little shop down on Main Street. You know, the one I showed you. Yes, I can do that. Use your normal voice. We've talked about this. Yeah, I can do that. Wonderful. All right, go on, run ahead. Scrub goes back into the shadows. One of my assistants will be contacting you probably in the next hour or two. I have other things to attend to, but I'll call you when time is needed. In the meantime, hang out here, enjoy the wine, enjoy the blood, enjoy the room.
He
she
kind
will
of
walk out.
before she walks out, he kind of like steps in front of her and like catches not he knows that she still has the sunglasses on, but like he catches her eyes for a second. Just try to have a little empathy, please.
Don't worry. I'll do my best. Now, if you'll be so kind, like I said, I have things to do.
He'll step aside.
I'm trying to remember. It was Rise who I showed the bite mark to, and who also saw the very top of a marking, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I couldn't remember. I was trying to remember who I told that to. That's not relevant for this right now. I just trying to remember who I told that to. And she
Rise knows all.
yeah, and she walks out with Miguel and Benjamin behind her, and just Miguel, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say that negotiation went?
I would rate it with a very generous 7.
Seems that Benjamin owes you a bit of money. He said it would be a 9, and of course, I said it would go as a 5. Oh, it went exactly as I predicted, and that's where I'll leave her.
Very well. We now transition to a very familiar sight. Fat Cat, what are you up to in your restaurant tonight? How's business?
Restaurant has been, well, I closed it up a little bit early. Well, actually, no, it's still going on into these night hours right now. I woke up just like an hour or two before sunset tonight. I did get hungrier, so I am at hunger. I have to pull up my character sheet. Yeah, preparedness. What is it? Where did I put it? Let me see. Demiplane. Thank you for your continued patience. But he has gotten out of bed. Said hi to, Clementine, and then going to check up on the business of the night hours. Once I've checked that down, I take a look at the texts and see what Marcus texted back about his order.
Marcus replied with, "I would like a bowl of chili with white rice and flan, if you can."
He says, "It will be done." Just says, he actually just responds with a thumbs up emoji. That's it. And so that means I am at hunger 3 today.
Mm-hmm. And how does Fat Cat usually feed?
Well, that's the thing. Fun thing about Thin Bloods, they don't technically have a predatory type because I don't know. They chose never to give them that. So I think it's been actually quite hard for Fat Cat to ethically source his blood. He brought enough over from his old location after he opened up to get him by for a while and do some experiments, but he doesn't really want to dip into the rest of the blood he has because that's I need that for research.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's just gonna
Where does he usually ride the beast a little bit?
Yeah, I don't think he has refilled his supply since he made the move, and that was about 4 months ago. So his supply is actually pretty damn low at this point.
Yeah.
He just has enough for experience, so he hasn't even really had to source anything for WoW. So that's going to be a running question.
Right.
But that's the
So that's
circumstance he's at.
running in the back of your mind when the door opens and you hear a small, excited commotion out front as people start to greet the most likely mayor-elect.
Interesting. I will say that. Can I interject a bit?
Yes, you may.
I would say at this point, because we were talking about when he was waking up, I think he goes throughout the entire day. He cooks. He does all the cooking he needs to have ready, and then gets it all set up and gives Marcus a specific location. Again, a few like a block away from the restaurant. He would like to meet him in a different room of that part of his haven. So yeah, he's hoping to have more of a covert mayor isn't seen right now.
All right, works for me.
Wait, so where is he heading as Marcus sort of makes his way through the crowd greeting folks?
That was the thing. I was gonna add some more on about there would be another text after I finished cooking about where to meet him at.
All right. Cool.
I hadn't gotten to
Marcus,
it yet.
Yeah, so Marcus, just give me a quick charisma and etiquette.
Oh, easy. Would beautiful work here for it being a social role?
It's a social situation, so yes.
All right.
That would be like Marcus, though, to get there early and do an appearance.
4 successes. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you're having a decent enough time. Like, some people ask for a picture, some people just like ask for like a couple different conversations, and you know, you're making your rounds and you get a message from Fat Cat telling you to go to a specific spot in the back.
Well, you know, it was all lovely, everyone, but I gotta get going. I came here for business, not pleasure. So I do love you all. Have a great night. And he kindly and simply bow out of the situation and make his way to where he needs to be, where he was told to go.
Cool. You find a door, not very much to know about it, except looks a bit reinforced and has a slot for somebody to open, like a private club slot in the door when you knock. Do you come alone?
Yeah, I'll say Marcus came alone tonight. Just he would have told Jade like, hey, you know, apparently the Fat Cat wants to have an interview, and this is who is taking over for Average Joe. So I'm gonna go by myself. I'm sure he'll call you for an interview, one-on-one. But he'll go by himself tonight.
Cool. As you knock, a slot opens in the door. You see Fat Cat's eyes from the other side. He says, "Good, welcome in." And he closes the slot, opens the door, and ushers you in.
My, this is a lovely place you got here.
Thank you. I put a little bit of stock into it. Good to get to talk to you for a minute after all of, well, everything that's been going on. I almost forget that I am dealing with a potential mayor candidate, so that's always a little exciting to have in a place as nice as this. Door closes and ushers you into the main room, which, just as I described last thing, I'll go over it again. There is actually, I think you moved the machine to the other room. So there's just a really nice, what looks to be like gothic, but also more of a cigar lounge vibe with a little bit of gothic accents. His wife definitely had some notes on fashion of certain areas of it, but there is drapes along the walls. So pulling back, you would assume that it's just wall, or maybe stuff is hidden behind all the curtains that are laid against the wall. There's a massive head of some kind of stuffed animal, and when you look at it, when you first enter the room, it looks fucking weird. You'd have to get it closer to really figure out what this is. And then a few racks of just all kinds of vices. Basically, it's set out almost like a little cupboard, like a medicine cabinet, but with more flourish, like a cabinet you would display swords or cigars or something that's valuable to you, and opens it up. Any vice that you could think of, you may inquire here. Well, Mr. Meyer, Marcus, right?
Marcus Payne.
Pleasure to meet you, Marcus Payne. I know we've had our introductions, but I'm glad you decided to come. The food is not yet ready. That took a little bit of extra time on work, so I'd like to invite you to just help me with something if you wouldn't mind.
Of course, I do not mind, and I know I showed up early.
Yeah, I don't mind that too much. Come on, follow me. There's only two doors in, the door you came in and the door you're going out of. As you go out this door and follow him, there is a little kitchenette area that has, I wouldn't go, it is well built, but it looks like it's easy to pick up on the idea that if just a block away you have a massive professional kitchen that you can just walk a block to and cook there. This kitchenette, for somebody of his caliber, you would say personally, that's surprising how little there is for that. You go through and into another door out of that one, and you enter a somewhat well lit, looks like a small workshop. It has it's a little crazy when you look at it. There is a small, it's not a lot of guns, but there's a few guns on display, specifically a 12 gauge. There is some weird weapons that almost look like blasters, and like softball cannons, or t-shirt cannons in certain areas.
Mhm.
You see a few really nice suits, and you can tell as you're looking at them. There's a Kevlar vest on one. There is all kinds of like. It's not incredibly impressive, but because I only have one dot in armory, not more than that. Somewhat impressive. And in the back, there is tubing that with a single fume HUD that has lights in it with some red tubing and buckets, with few what you'd see as a chemistry set. As you walk in, on the table in front of him is a device that has a bunch of unspooled wires across, laying like laces. Seems to be there's a lot of technology in this place. And he just invites you in. And with him, he brings a case and puts out an ashtray and then opens a cigar case, takes out one, lights it, and it gives off just a faint, wispy red glow to that little bit of burnt ash when he takes the first puff and relaxes. He is dressed like a blue blood. He is dressed in his suit. He has his hat on at the moment, though he takes it off as we walk into this room. Just stands there. How tall is Marcus again?
Marcus is 6'2".
6'2". That's very tall. Would you say he's bulky or a slim build?
More slim build.
Slim build.
Swimmer-esque build.
Okay. Fat Kid is absolutely not that. I'm going to say he is 6'4" because I feel that's appropriate. And walking around this place, it's a little more cramped than what feels spacious or comfortable. And he just sits down, and there's 2 seats on the table, and he takes up a soldering set and starts doing some work. Thought we'd socialize before we get to the dinner later.
Socializing is one of my fortes.
Nice. So out of curiosity, and he takes a few wires. What did Rise tell you about me? Have you talked to him before you came over?
We talked, and there wasn't much said about you.
Okay.
He wanted to keep it more of a surprise, but the deal and conversation that came up from you and him about his fangs was mentioned.
Do you foresee that
will-
being an issue between you and I? Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna mention what Marcus is wearing. I'll put it into fashion for everyone to see. But Marcus he's got this vest on with a lot of like floral rose embroiderments. It's mostly black suit, black and red. It's like I wouldn't see it as an issue between you and I. I support whatever he would like to do. I just also understand that there are ups and downs to the situation.
I mean, everything in these days with many other people's, and he takes another long hit. The smell of this thing is interesting because I thought it was a cigar, but then you smell the pungence of weed as he takes. Looks like this is some kind of weed infused cigar. Just kind of looks at you.
The good kush.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. You see a little bit that his eyes kind of have a bit of a red dilation around them as he sits. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to get to know you, really. if you had any questions for me. I've got some pointed questions. I mean, you are Kindred going for mayor of all time, and I know many of kind has positions of powers. I'm just kind of curious what makes a man want that throne.
Hmm. You could always consider me the lesser of two evils, considering who my opponent is.
I, I should keep up with politics a little bit more. I'm going to be honest. The only reason I actually knew you were going for mayor is because I was told about you. So that's on me for not being more involved in our political situation locally. I'm a little bit new. It's been about 4 months since I opened up the restaurant here.
I mean, it's not like I hide it at all of
No,
my
you do
particular
not.
standing. I don't hide my particular standing on certain things very well. Nor do I ever plan to.
How does your media, network, like, how well do you have it done that you can only show up, like, I mean, that puts an eye on you a little bit time. Usually, you're Anarch, right? Or I can't remember.
Real.
Yes, Anarch.
Okay, that explains a bit because I was like, usually the Camarilla likes to be the person right behind the person who's the face because then they risk the masquerade. So that makes a little bit more sense. Well, that's good to know. Do you have any work with weaponry or anything like that? You see, he twists a few screws on something and just kind of starts spooling wire into this.
Weaponry.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about you because I haven't done the research. I actually wanted to, before I did any research into who you were, want to know who you are. So I haven't done any of my homework. I just wanted to see what you say.
I would say I have some, considering my lifespan. I was a part of World War II. I did fight on the lines, so I'd say I dabbled in some
Really?
weaponry.
Really? You were part of World War II?
That was before I became Kindred. It was a different time in my life.
Oh, what position?
I was Secret Service.
Really? Now there's
Infil-
something interesting. Oh, now since that's your past life, I might be able to actually get some details on that. I mean, don't make me stroke your ego too hard, but that sounds like some cool ass stories.
Stroking me will get you many places.
Ah, you're a flirter. Yeah, that's kind of clocked that a while ago, but good to see the stereotype was correct.
It's less of a stereotype and just more of who I became. You can learn a lot about somebody when their guard is down, and they don't know exactly what you have planned behind your eyes. And you don't know what monster they invited into their home.
He just kind of stares you down for a second. Sounds like you're talking from experience.
You learn a lot in my field of studies.
Secret Service, God, I know a few of those guys still. I have to go back on some old connections, but if you were Secret Service, all right, you know how to deal with people. No wonder you're trying to go for this. You see the problem. I'm gonna guess you see some flaws, and you see how easy it is to manipulate a system, kind of bend it in what you believe the moral direction should be. A little bit of that hunger, a little bit of that greed, a little bit of that ego. But hell, you can't get up there in public service without having some of a reason to say, I should be the one who does this. You should follow my vision. So, makes sense. I can see you. So what did you learn from World War II?
Many things. I learned infiltrate, accents, spy networks.
Oh, you got accents on them? Well, if tell me if you bring out a good accent for a girl, I'd say 1 to 2 minutes. I'll give you one of my cigars.
Oh, which one would you like? Because you know I can take it to the French accent and be like, oh yeah, so mon ami is on Chappelle. Or we can shift it into a more stronger Russian accent and give it a bit more the bass.
Sure. You know what? I think that would be funny as hell if Marcus, what was your middle name? Aurelius or something, Payne? Or
Julius.
if Marcus Julius Payne, the possible future mayor of or New Orleans, to imagine he was Russian is really funny as hell. So yeah, we're gonna go with Russian. And then kind of ask you, yeah, go for it. Give me some of that. Right. I am high as hell tonight. Sorry.
Do свидания is so no problem.
Oh, that's good to hear. Well, Mr. Payne, if you've been working with these kinds of device, have you done anything with this automated systems, sensors, and possible explosive things like that?
I used to be a part of the mafia. Of course, I've worked with that.
Oh, and another side. Hey, where's that Russian accent? Oh,
Okay, you've got me. But yes, I used
So-
to work with the mafia. It's no problem. I was
I picked the best
announced as
accent for this story.
I was announced Don in Italy a few times. Worked with the Russian mob a few times as well, and we got pretty far in those escapades. Not a keen part of my life that I like to look back on.
It used to be that. Well, that's interesting. This is what I'm doing right here. Good to know that. That's fun. And I've been working with this one, and I have some problems with the sensor. It's giving me an issue. This right here, I'm gonna call it a tanglefoot trap. I'm still working out just a small bit of the censoring. But what it's supposed to do is, you know, I'm sure you've had. Are you a speedy kind? You fast?
I can be as however fast you would like me to be.
He real quick, as he kind of raises one hand, he hides a motion to grab a cigar and toss it at your face in the other.
Do I need to make a roll for this above board, or can I just grab it?
What's going on?
I'm basically testing his I'm testing his reflexes by flinging a cigar at his face.
Sure. Give me Dex Athletics
For me or him?
for him.
Okay.
You okay there, Moon?
Or
You're kind
actually,
of zoning out
both
a
of
bit
you
there.
roll.
Yeah, what do I roll? I roll
You also roll Dex Athletics because you're throwing it at him. Whoever gets more successes, we'll see what happens.
Dex.
Can I use rapid reflexes to add 2 dice to this?
You may.
Sounds about right. You are a speedy vampire. Dex Athletics. That's fine. Let's see. That's fine. Okay. Yeah.
4 successes.
3. 3 successes.
So, Fat Cat, you toss this cigar, kind of trying to catch him off guard, but Marcus catches it effortlessly.
So you are one of the speedy ones.
I told you I can be fast.
Awesome. You ever fought anybody who has the same ability as you? Somebody who's fast around? I've heard some crazy story about that Ophelia girl that's walking around.
His right eye twitches. Yes, I have. And had much much rather not talk about it.
All right, no problem. Well, this is just something, just because I'm trying to figure this out. What this is going to do when somebody tries to step by it, it's going to unspool these wires. And what it's supposed to do is if you do that, it activates before you step on it and spools out a bunch of wire, tangling your feet. My hope is that it will fuck up when people are running really fast at you, or if you need to get them, run really slow away from you. You have any ideas I can get this sensor to work?
I mean, you could always use a pressure sensor, one that would trigger. I mean, it's what we used to use in the war, a snare trap of sorts.
Yeah, I guess. See, I mean, like, I've used bear traps before, and those work effectively, but they're not as subtle and not as, well, it'd be nice to be able to slow somebody down and not have them almost have an amputated foot.
I'm not saying a bear trap. No, no, I mean a snare
Mhm.
trap, and he
Yeah.
will diagram it in a way. It's you step into a hole, and a rope will wrap your ankle. It's usually attached to a tree or something else that'll like pull you up and off the ground.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Interesting. Well, this tangled rabbit. Split second. Okay. Yeah, he looks at it and just, oh, you know what? Actually, that gives me a great idea. Uh, I would, I would like to try to craft a tanglefoot trap in this moment with the
All
added
right.
help
So,
from Marcus describing this kind of device that he's seen before.
all right. So I would say this is either Dex and Craft or Intelligence Craft.
I'm gonna say intelligence.
+1 because Marcus is helping you.
+1. Gotcha.
I put it in side chat for anyone that's like wondering exactly what it looks like and what it does.
Okay.
Could I bargain? What is it? It's not craft that I have. Is it technology? Could I bargain technology, intellect and technology?
Let's do that then, yeah.
Okay, +1. All right. So that'll give me 7. That'll give me 7 dice. Yay! 6 successes. You know what? Just for funsies, let's see if I can re-roll that last one. 7 successes.
You Craft. Why don't you tell me how Fat Cat goes about this?
Sure. I think it's the added thing of Marcus, you're describing the internal parts of it, how specifically these kind of weapons are actually made on the inside of it. And Fat Cat realizes, oh, if I can use that mechanism, then I can use that for what I have here. And also, the thing that Marcus he's like thinking, he's like, Marcus has a great idea, but the thing is, people are so fast that even they can run across water. You can easily hit a pressure plate and jump off of it at that speed. But if I have a actual optical little camera in it that senses before it even happens, before it even gets there, that something is coming, it can activate just before they actually hit it. And so with that combination, he realized, oh, that's what I needed. And after it crafts, it does look like it is handheld. Specifically, I think, yeah, with 7 successes, it is about the size of a small dinner plate, I would say. Not the biggest one, not the middleest, the smaller one. That's the one you're thinking of. That one in your head, that's the one. And as it finishes and unspools, he looks at it. Interesting. I think if I were there. Well, thank you. I don't know if it works yet. I'll probably do some tests later, but thank you. That helped me out. That was a little problem I was dealing with. As you can see, my means around here are a little bit compressed, and oh fuck, I need more than just a fume hood for that whole setup. But
There's no
we're working.
problem. No problem, comrade.
All right, you've earned the cigar. Here you go. You can stop the accent now. You did
Oh,
good.
thank God. I might have gotten stuck in that one for a little while.
See, I gave you a prompt transition there. All right, cool. Here, he lights it up for you.
I do love me a good cigar.
All right, yeah, that's a good one too. Personal collection. Get to craft some of this stuff. Your food will probably be ready soon, but just a few more formalities. Thanks for helping me with that. But
No problem.
look, Arjo says I can trust you, and I'm gonna trust him with that. But my trust does not come easily. It's unnatural for me to trust. But you seem like a nice man.
I try.
But we also know how dangerous we are.
Of course.
So I hope that you don't lose sight of that.
I never do. It's,
Good.
as my father once said, to know the enemy, you must become the enemy. Knowing how dangerous I am helps me understand how dangerous others can be.
All right. Well, here, let's get up. And he's gonna walk and talk to the next room, leading you back. We passed the kitchenette. Unless if there's any checks you want to make about his house that you've been led through, this looks like the last room besides like another room off of it, 2 rooms.
I'm just gonna make a wits awareness, kind of just
Sure.
see what my surroundings are.
Yeah. And tell
Ex-military
me if you
habits.
focus. Yeah. So and tell me if you focus on anything and what you're looking for to do.
I'm only
I'll give you-
rolling 3 dice, so it's not like it's gonna do much. Oh shit!
Yeah.
3
Messy
successes.
critical. Oh wait, no, not messy critical. It's just the one, but 3 successes. Yes. What do you focus on?
I think Marcus would like to kind of focus in on any particular like gadgets or like equipment that people probably wouldn't usually have.
Oh shit! Cool. What was your successes?
I got 3 out of 3
3.
dice.
Out of 3 days. Hell yeah, man! I love to hear that. So let me just make sure I look at some of my notes for him because I've got some notes about each of these rooms. Background, big franchise resource. It says this one. Technically, I need to. Yeah. This probably looks like the more fortified position in the house. Everything else, this doesn't look like it's a small apartment of some kind that's built down there, and it looks like the walls have been somewhat well reinforced. It doesn't look like steel, like full on military, but it looks like there was some nailing of metal sheets to walls and certain things. Try to make it bulletproof. You see, again, flat Kevlar vests and a flat jacket. With 3 successes, you also see over by the fume hood. There is. It looks like this area is more about preserving blood rather than actually using it or doing a lot of mixing right there. It just looks mostly, and you see a few freezers through one of the doors. It looks like there's some cooling. And then for the specific things, about what he has. It looks like you see a pair of pliers over by a little bit of a dentistry set sitting on thing. Looks like those could be used to pry out fangs. And inventory, there it is. Again, the weird thing looking at these guns on the wall is like, that's a 12 gauge shotgun. That looks standard. I've seen those kinds of guns. Some of this stuff almost, would you say you were a gun nut?
Yeah, Marcus is definitely a gun nut.
Some of this stuff probably actually irritates you. At a first glance, without getting like super close, so 3 successes, super close looks, like some of this, it looks like these are not standard issue. Telltale Games is the only thing that actually makes sense. Everything else, kind of weird. Again, you definitely see a t-shirt cannon with valves hooked up to it. You see what looks to be an underbarrel grenade launcher. Looks like, but you don't see any of the actual slugs or anything around, or what you would load it with, but you just see that as an underbarrel on the shotgun. There looks to be, like, again, different kinds of tube. You see some netting in a tube that looks attached to the t-shirt cannon. Some network, and I'd say, yeah, that's most of what you see. So, and then again, looking at, as we walk through the kitchenette area, something about it being so empty is just kind of sets a weird feeling in the back of your head. Just doesn't feel like somebody who, even if he has a food table or a food restaurant a block away, you still want to cook something really nice for yourself when you get out of bed and not have to go outside for it. So it just feels so odd that it's not stocked. And you go back to the main room, and the cigars are set up, and we take a seat at the table. A little bit later, as we get there, he kind of talks for a minute with you, and then all of a sudden, Clementine just walks through the door you guys just came from.
Oh.
Oh, well, Mr. Mayor, I didn't know that you'd be gracing us with your presence tonight.
I was so kindly invited. Couldn't say no.
Well, it's an honor to have you here. Your order is just about ready.
Thank you very kindly.
And she... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go right ahead. You first.
No, you go. No, you.
I was just gonna. So he kind of like leans back in his chair and he looks at Fat Cat. So, you wanted to interview me, right? That was the main thing.
Well, we've already been doing that, haven't we?
Oh, that was just polite conversation.
All right, well, okay. And he just sits back. Well, how's the kitchen, Clementine?
Kitchen's going great. We're just about wrapped up for the night. Last few orders are leaving the window.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's glad to hear. Marcus, if you wouldn't mind, he takes out another brass syringe. Need a bit of the sample to make this batch for you. Make sure it gets what it needs for you to taste.
Of course, and he would just like swap his cheek.
A syringe. Do you know what a syringe is?
I'm gonna swap my cheek with a syringe. Sounds like a great idea, guys.
Did not hear syringe. I need to turn the volume
swap
up.
some DNA from your mouth for fucking food.
That's really funny.
No, that was on me. I needed to turn volume up. I didn't quite hear what that was.
Gotcha.
So he's like,
really...
no problem. And
that's that is a meme template. Just watching somebody swab their cheek with a syringe. Such a beautiful image.
Amazing.
Sorry, go ahead.
He'll roll up his the side of his the side of his vest and shirt and take it from his hip.
There we go. And as it goes back, Fat Cat goes over, puts it again in this machine that I've described several times, but is a whirling mass of electronics. It looks like a centrifuge is baked in. There are some lights as it goes off. It whirls. It looks like a steampunk, futuristic something technology, and then it dings. He takes out and gives it over to Clementine. All right. That's all we'll need.
Sounds good.
So that'll be right out. If Clementine, if you wouldn't mind getting that infused.
Of course, sugar. And he grabs the she takes the syringe and she heads towards the back again.
Perfect. That'll only be about 5 more minutes now for that, thankfully. Yeah, so I just gotta be honest, I was thinking about this whole groups and situation that you guys are in. You seem to be the social one of the group. If you wouldn't mind giving me a bit of an introduction to what you think this coterie and group of people I should be worried about and working with. Average has told me a bit, but he's talked about you a lot. So I don't know a ton about the others. And how you feel about them? How do you feel about the people in your group? If you're talking, Marcus, I can't hear you.
Marcus, we can't hear you.
Steven, where have you gone? Steven, are you back? Steven, I
Hello?
want to hear your voice. Oh,
Testing?
there it is. There it
Alright.
is.
I was having
Oh,
mic
we've got the
issues.
we have the Toreador voiced man back. How wonderful. Oh, so sexy. All right.
As for the group, they're my family. We're a ragtag bunch of fuck-ups that came together. I wouldn't have it any other way with them. They are people I would put my life on the line for more times than not.
Hey, would you, out of curiosity, you see it as a family. I just want to be honest, where knowledge I've gotten, anarch groups usually have a soft leader, organizer, or well, sometimes they're crazily just specific a gang leader. But does your group have somebody who makes more of the decisions directing you all
I
for your own group interests?
wouldn't say
Is
we
that
have-
you? Is that you? Are you the leader? You don't have to be shy about it if you are.
Easily, no. For starters, we really don't have a leader. We all work cooperatively. We have our own needs, wants, and desires. So we all work together in a way to figure out what we can do for one another and keep everything still functioning. Just like any team would.
Well, that's good to know. I just was kind of curious you seem like the one who knows the group. I don't know if it's just your general charisma and beauty that is so trusting at times, but no, that's good to know. Well,
This
I did
charisma
have a
and beauty.
request.
Oh, this charisma and beauty does come with a price.
I bet it does. I wanted to actually ask you because I know some things about you being I should quote, a kick-ass, uh, what was it he said? Oh yeah, a kick-ass mob boss mayor. He is the king. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Average Joe direct quote.
I mean, he's not far off.
Okay. Well, I had a request. I know you deal with a lot of money and influence, and out of your entire group, I think you are the best with public relations and have much more of a sway than a lot of others in your group. I know just enough about the Camarilla to know that Ophelia is the Baron in the era, so it's good to know your coterie doesn't see her as the leader or overlord or whatever you want to say. But it has allowed you to be able to do that. Now that she's not around right now, I'm hoping she'll come back. But how do you plan on without her protection?
Well, Ophelia would definitely be the muscle of the group, but you don't always need muscle to handle a situation.
No. But there's reputation. Reputation can carry you a far way and make you not even want to go for it because you know that will be your final night. And then there are bright, shiny names out there that you think are so cool and have so much power, but really, it just takes about 3 hobos with shotguns around a corner at the wrong time.
See, that's
Ophelia, do not, I would say this to you, there is something I've learned very, very intimately. I want you to know something about me. I don't know all of your politics. I know that the anarchs are much less prone to the politicking of the ivory tower. You want to know what makes an anarch truly, in my eyes?
what would that be?
It's not that they believe that this is some kind of movement. It's not what they believe that makes them an anarch to the ivory tower. What makes an anarch truly an anarch is if they're really fucking hard to kill and they have protect and they protect other people. It's power. Anarchs, baronies, they only exist when they have key players that stick around for a long time and make sure that their territory is not to be fucked with. And they're goddamn good at it. So, now that you're baron of your territory, seems to have taken a sabbatical, if you haven't planned for it, you might want to start.
For just a moment, his mask slips. And that face of the smile breaks for a second, and you see that dawn underneath for a moment. Oh, you think I don't have a backup plan, a contingency for the contingency? I have enough people walking around on my streets to feed and house a small army. I have more people in my pocket than Jeffrey Epstein has on his list.
Oh shit.
Pause.
No.
That's killer. That's a killer.
Oh
That's
my
close. No, let him go
god.
off. Come on, let him play.
What
Let him play.
the fuck?
Let him play. No, let him cook.
Okay,
Do
alright,
not
back
let
in.
this man cook. Get him out of the kitchen.
What the fuck? I'm still waiting my phone call and I hear that.
Good one.
Fucking hell.
Okay,
Tina,
someone add that to
Jesus.
quotes. Let's just move on.
Please.
Yeah. Yes, please, please, let's
I mean, points for relevancy, but like, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Yeah,
All right,
no,
moving on.
that was a good joke.
I am personally able to fund a militia. All my people are armed to the teeth. And in one phone call, I can have an army of thousands ready to go for war. I have politicians. I have police officers. I have ex-military. I have my fingers everywhere. I have eyes and ears everywhere. To get to me, you have to figure out my spider web. And to even figure out my spider web, you have to get close. And just like a spider web, as soon as you touch down, I will learn where you are, what you do. I will find out your social security number, your blood type, your address, your ex-fiance's boyfriend's new husband's security number, phone number, social security number, address, blood type, dislikes of cilantro or not. Information wins wars. Power stands time. I have both.
You play the game. You know.
I don't play a B game. I control the board.
You know. This is some good weed. Good to see where you stand. You know, you gotta be honest, you were talking a lot like what I've heard some princes talk like. So, if you ever wanted to change the game, it looked like you'd be ready for it.
I don't do it because I want to do it. I do it because it's necessary.
So, what do you know about me? Smile drops, but the smile drops to neutral, not aggressive, just smile gone.
I haven't.
And
looked at-
I actually, you know what? I would like, he takes a big puff of his cigar now. It's almost at its end, finally at its end. And I would like to rouse and use Mirror of Trust.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
My rouse checks, and the alchemist has 3 extra dice on persuasion or intimidation rolls to make another person or blank body be honest with them. The mixture imbibed by the alchemist makes them compelling and attractive and overwhelming other blank bodies' self-control and encouraging them to speak honestly and frankly, especially in response to direct questions.
Ooh, okay. Do I roll? Do I get a roll against it?
It is not a power that is used on you. It's a power used on me. So I have to roll intelligence in my alchemy and just make sure I activate it, basically. You know, it'll just give me boast to this, to rolls based on persuasion. And I would like to make a persuasion and a charisma persuasion against whatever you would do.
I was just wondering if I had a roll against it or not.
Not at the second.
Okay.
Yeah.
But based on my question, what I'm trying to activate is going to help me on a check that I want to make against you.
Okay.
A 3, and that's 7. That is 4 successes. So it activates. That's all I needed, was to just beat at activation. So I add dice to it. Yeah. And he just looks at you taking that big puff and says, "What do you really know about me?" Can I roll a persuasion and charisma?
Yes, you may.
Cool. What he would, I mean, this is more, it's not even a posed question, it's more of a, I don't know. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, still 7. Wow. To do all that. Critical successes. 6 successes.
Oh ho ho!
So
Marcus, are
uh,
you rolling against this?
No, Marcus isn't gonna roll against it.
okay. Well, just so you know, if you got anything lesser than that, you couldn't lie to me in this moment. And so I think the effect you feel since you're giving into this is his as he takes a big puff of that, he just looks a bit nicer. Like some of the people that you get to know that you've interacted with, almost like other Toreadors, are just really hot fucking people that, man, they look good tonight. And I'd really like to either feed on them in your case, or you know what else. And he just kind of looks at you and smiles again. What do you know? And I think at that moment, the food actually comes in as well.
Yep. In walks Clementine with a steaming bowl of chili, all the fixings, authentic style. What was the other thing?
Flan.
And a flan that is just oozing caramel on top, like came out perfectly, absolutely flawless.
For those that don't know what flan is, I'll put that inside. It's so good.
I make a really good flan.
But
It's like an eggy custard almost.
it is. It's an eggy custard that is chilled on top of caramel. So when it is flipped after being slightly warmed, the caramel seeps into it and drizzles down on top of it. It is so good and so delectable. But Marcus leans back and he's like, "Well, I have learned quite a bit from Average Joe, directly from the horse's mouth. There was something I didn't learn until tonight, and that was," and he like does the head gesture to Clementine. "I didn't have my feelers look into you too much. Just wanted to know your deal. Know what you do, why you do it, what your end game is."
Well, do you know what that is? Do you know what I do? Do you know who I am?
Well, I know some of who you are. I know some of what you do. I don't know how you do it. But I do know your end goal
What do I
is to.
do?
You're able to do this. You are one to protect, elevate, and boost Thin Bloods and Kindred alike. You seem to be a bridge between us and them. And I don't like using that term of phrase, but that is the best way I can put it right now. And
Hey, take a bite real quick. It's good. Trust me. I worked on that real hard today. Thank you, Clementine. I love you.
Oh,
And
shit. And she gives a peck on the cheek before heading off.
Thank you.
he's like, yeah, I can't. And he mixes up the bowl, takes a big bite, and just melts.
Yeah. Becca
Red
just sits back, just
red
sits
onion
back
juice.
and watches with proud look of somebody who, when you feel like you've made a fucking great meal and you get to watch somebody else enjoy it, it's the look.
I know that feeling. feeling.
Yep.
And as he, follows his bite, he's like, "I do know you're trying to work your way up into power. get enough power behind you, you're able to build a lot more than just a bridge.
All right. I think you'd be right about that. I'm glad that's something you looked at.
No.
Well, I'd like to make a deal with you, and I'm not one about those. Uh, we're a coterie, so from what I will, I'm. Uh, Arajo wants me to basically join this group, and I wasn't really wanting that, but there's some benefit to it, and after getting to know some of you, it's been quite a nice experience. So I still would like to ask a favor of you. After you've seen what I can offer you, and well, anybody else that needs a really good meal that you could have a conversation with, I can also cater some of your events.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Hmm.
But
In return, I don't know if you've seen my little setup here. I don't feel very quite safe and ingrained into it. Again, 4 months. Restaurant was the focus. That's what needed to be there. So most of my money went there and only brought what I really needed. If you can, I could use some better chemistry setups, and I'm also a bit of a weaponsmith myself, so I can I can offer your group both weapons and other things like food. But I need supplies, and I only have what you see here tonight. And trying to buy certain things will get you on a watch list. We'll ping the feds.
if you're asking
I
for
don't-
a sugar daddy, all you have to do is say please.
Clown Time, come back here. This
I
guy's got
think she-
jokes.
I think her head had already popped back in when the word sugar daddy was mentioned. Did he just say what I thought he said?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Well,
It looks
shoot.
like you're gonna have to
Never
take
mind.
into. Depends on if I need to get to know him a bit, but maybe this might be somebody who might want to visit the pleasure dome of yours. That your group does.
Ooh.
I don't know. I
See.
think you fit right in with the aesthetics.
Now, see, you're offering me something I wasn't expecting to be on the table. We'll put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. And Marcus stands up,
back to
takes
hunt.
off his jacket. This time you can see, like, the tattoos that cover his arms. One does catch your eye, and that's the average Joe tattoo he has on his forearm with the date on it.
Hmm.
Now, like I said, we're a family. And for my family, I'll do anything. I'll give them the clothes off my back. I'll bleed blood for them. You want in on the family. I get it. You want resources from me. I get a little something back in return. Seems a bit even.
I would agree. I'd feel comfortable making it a deal. I don't do boon talk too often unless I really need to with some people. I try to avoid that. But a just honest deal, that's just business.
Yeah. And since we're not talking boons, let's talk business. I don't make a deal unless we have a contract. And I can easily
Okay.
get a contract set up. You sign
That
it,
going
I
to be
sign
under
it.
Mr. Marcus Payne or an alias?
This is just something for me and you. No legal matters. It's just something we both can have in black and white. Make sure that
Ah,
it's clearly stated.
if it's a person. All right, I can scroll that up in a bit.
I'd
Go ahead.
love for Clementine to just like snap her fingers and contract, like draft just appears like Ursula.
I mean, she's your DNPC.
By all means, do it.
You know what?
Have
That
fun
happens.
with
You
it.
Like
you tell me what happens.
she's like,
know who
leave
she
it to me, darlings. And she like snaps both her fingers and two sheets of paper, two pens, both sort of like flutter down and float down to both of you. And there is words written at the top that says contract. And yeah, whatever you write on them, it's binding. So
we can go over the details later. I'd say that sound good, Steven?
yeah.
Yeah, we can.
We get it.
Out of character, me and you can hammer out the details of the exact wording of the contract and all that fun stuff. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
In session.
That's gonna take too much time, and I want to get some other scenes for other people.
No, 100%. Marcus does lean forward onto his elbows on the table, and he's like, "Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to reach out to Jade and Rise. If she can do that with magic hands, I bet she has more magic hands in that pleasure dungeon. I'm curiosity is growing more and more.
Oh, bless your heart, more ways than one.
Oh, believe me, I'll have you blessed by the end of the night. I need to stop.
We're more of a singular thing, but there's a community that you're part of. Have you ever heard of the Ecstatics?
Yes, I have.
Really? Okay. Well,
you think
we'll
I don't
talk
get
more
around?
later.
I'm a siren hunter. You think I haven't learned of some of those things?
You know what? It would make sense. That would make sense. And actually, have you been welcomed by any of the communities in person?
Yeah, actually.
I mean, Kindred. I know Kindred will go and have some fun, but they're depending on the group. They can be a little selective, especially with Kindred kind.
Come to think of it,
present possible risks.
Come to think of it, a few months ago, I think my friend Daisy, she did mention that she was fed on by a music mogul.
Purple
Really?
eyes?
Huh?
Did she mention purple eyes?
You know what? Matter of fact, she did. Was that you?
He slowly lowers his glasses, the usual sunglasses he wears to hide his eyes, and he just gives her a wink with the amethyst eyes that glow ever so softly.
Well, I'll be damned. Small world.
Damn. Not wrong.
But as for this, and he's like taking the last couple bites of his chili, absolute delectable. You know what? I have something coming up. I don't know when exactly, but I will need you to make me like 2 more, maybe 3 more dishes if that's okay. Don't worry, I'll pay for it. But
yeah, you will. But it's good to know.
It's something coming up very special for someone I care about.
Absolutely, darling. All I'd need from you is just the payment and the raw materials.
Easy. I'll make sure of it. But, for matter of fact, let me ask you a few questions. Since you need materials from me, you need certain things to amplify your stuff. How about I sweeten our deal a little bit? I get you a bunker.
You had my attraction. Now you have my attention.
I get everybody's attraction when I walk into the room.
I
But
bet you do.
you haven't seen me shirtless yet. Don't worry, you will. But how about I get you a bunker? Place you can expand and do all the experiments you want.
That is very generous, and we would have to go over some details because I might have some personal input. But if you're willing to fund that endeavor, I will tell you it will be worth your while.
I can get the location, I can get the security detail. You go in, you two give your own personal touches. I'll supply everything else, and I'll handle it for you.
I think this is I think he would want full control over how this is done. So this is, I would say this is opposed for him. Uh,
All I'm offering above board is
Yeah.
he handles the security with people he can
Mhm.
trust. This way you can trust him. And he handles the location. Everything else outside of that, that's on you. There's only
Yeah,
so
you
many
know what?
places you can hide a bunker.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, he'll say yeah. I'll say yes to that in a sense. I'm still trying to set something up in close proximity, but we'll have to talk all about location. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that for you. Hey, and look, there's your dessert.
Here you go,
Oh, this-
sugar. I hope you like it. This was a little bit tricky.
And just for a moment, he just is a soft prayer in Spanish. And he does the cross on his arms and chest and then takes a bite.
It is flawless.
Yeah, there's a moment where the first bite hits, he just freezes, and then 2 blood tears go down his cheek.
There you go. Oh, you'd like that.
Oh,
That was a
sugar. She like fusses over you, like wipes the tears away.
That brought me back home to simpler times. I greatly appreciate this. And he savors this, like, bite for bite. Now, I do hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems the night is getting on, and I do have a few more meetings I need to take care of, so let's say one more
Uh,
question on the table.
Sure, Marcus. You know what? You've been such a pleasure to have around. I'd like to, I don't want to reject a gift, but if you have any question, one last question you'd like to ask me, I'd offer that to you instead.
Ooh.
I can be terrible at regifting. I have been accused of this.
Well, I have one for you and one for your lovely wife, but for you first.
Sure.
What's your end goal? Where exactly do you want to be?
You, what's insight? It's interesting.
Fucking find insight first. Yeah, damn. Now Marcus is too focused on the flan. He's only one success.
One success.
Yeah, I'm not even
Uh,
gonna fight that. He's got one success. This flan has taken him back to
Yeah.
when his mom was still alive before he went to the war. He's walking down memory lane.
He just he looks at you for a second, looks back at Clementine. He just says, I'm just looking for a better outcome than what's always given to us. There are monsters out there, and there are problems here. There's problems he points at his head, here. So I'm just trying to solve them right now. I think it will be it'll be very interesting. I'll tell you that. But that's kind of all I'm willing to say about the end goal. Personal secrets, but yeah.
That's fair. We all have to.
With one success, I'll just give you this. He seemed to get uncomfortable about that question. Like he may have, I don't know, just something seems weird about that.
Yeah, I understand. Can't be a man of mystery if all your mysteries are gone.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, though.
But
And for my wife.
your lovely wife. By all means, I do have a question for you.
For me,
Yes.
of course,
Just-
darling. Shoot.
What's a bottle of wine you never had to experience yet?
Her eyes light up. Oh, honey, I'm gonna have to get back to that one. Because it's easier to go over the ones I have had rather than the ones I haven't.
You know what? You get back to me on that one, and I will get back to you with one for my personal collection, and whichever one you tell me.
Well, my goodness, aren't you a charmer?
No need for charm when someone like you walks into a person's life and gives him a memory that he can never forget, or brings him back to one. This meal brought me back to a time before I was turned, before life became too hard, and that's something I can't repay enough.
Oh, sugar, I'm flattered.
I'm very flattered about that. I'm glad to hear that our cooking has made something good of you. Can I suggest something? And I'm willing to roll for this for an extra added effect.
Go right ahead.
I would like, especially with how Stephen described how Marcus just felt, I'd love it if the effect of this food is giving him one temporary for tonight extra dot in humanity. Coming
know
back
what?
to an old memory.
You know what? I'll allow it.
I can even paint out that memory if you want. Is this? This
Go
is
right
some-
ahead. Earn it.
Ah. As he finishes his last bite of flan, he goes back, and it's a memory. It was Christmas of 1932. His parents just finished out all their work. Mom's been in the kitchen all day. Him and his brother made a few snowmen, and they've been really enjoying each other's company, which is very rare for them. And he came in, they had this beautiful Christmas dinner. They said their prayers, they did their stuff, and Marcus remembers what it was like to be, a young child once again. But he sits down and he sees the look on his dad's face as dinner is wrapping up and desserts coming out. One of struggle, one of content, and one of, sheer pain as he's seeing his dad is noticing what's going on in the world, something his boys don't know yet. This is as the war was starting to kick off, and his dad just had this gut feeling that the war was coming. Marcus didn't know yet, so he just thought his dad was just, upset. He was like, "Hey, Dad, don't worry about it. Me and Joshua, we'll get on the field as soon as the snow's gone. We'll help you out. We'll get everything situated. Hell, I'll even go out personally and I'll start doing some sales. I know I can pull in a crowd pretty easy. Don't worry. Just, take the load off, relax." And with that statement finishing up, his mom hands out flan to everybody, and they enjoy their night of jokes, laughter, harmony, and a phrase sticks with him. Just
The one-
remember, just
Oh.
remember, mijo. Your family will never be the ones that are just blood, but are the ones that you choose to have by your side at the end of the day.
One of the last happy moments before the war took full effect.
That's so cool. That's beautiful.
And Marcus comes out of that memory, gets his jacket on, he says his thanks and shakes hands, contract signed. Thank you again for having me today.
Sure. He kind of holds up the tanglefoot trap that he's kind of been carrying. He brought in. He just kind of slings it under his shoulder right now as he shakes your hand. It was a pleasure.
Hopefully, I gave you enough inspiration for the night, and hopefully we will see our paths will cross again when the time comes.
I'll probably meet you over at Broken and Broken if you shoot me the text.
Oh, I mean for dinner. I don't think I can walk away from that ever again.
Well, good to know that you're. God damn, that was good wheel. Never mind. I think you are wonderful. You have a wonderful night, Marcus Payne. Good luck on the mayoral campaign. Can't wait to see what you want to do with this place.
Of course.
Always
and
happy to have you, Sugar. You're welcome anytime.
You know, I definitely need to introduce you to my wife. You two will kick it off amazingly. I'll get back to you on that. We should go out for a double date. It would be my treat. And he'll
That
give
would be
like
lovely.
he gives a little bow and you have a great night, and he'll leave.
Once Marcus leaves, Clementine turns to her husband. So what do you think of?
Well, he's definitely of that clan Toreador, that's for sure. And I don't know. Maybe it's because of who he is, he's charmed me so, but I actually like that guy, which is surprising. Didn't think I was really going to like him until I got to meet him. I see why Averjo would keep somebody like that around. Really gets looks like he's held on to his humanity quite well.
I
Still.
mean, if I'd have told you a couple of years ago about about you potentially liking a vampire running for mayor of a town, you would have been in an uproar.
Yeah, this would be. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Dude. Oh, no. I didn't even think about that. There might be some people that I know who know about this, who are actually trying to oppose him. Shit. I might have to check with him later to see if. Oh, that's complicated. I mean, he did admit that he has resources everywhere and people under his thumb constantly. This whole city he could own, it sounds like. So he's probably damn good at suppressing the hunters out there. I know. It was really weird that. Well, I was talking. He goes through his notes. What was the hunters that was in recently? What was the name of the
The
group?
Red Dawn.
The Red Dawn. It was weird that the Red Dawn just up and left. when they move into town, they hit hard, and they just up and almost vanished. And I didn't hear anything from any of my. I was too busy setting this place up, so I wasn't really focused on that. But I didn't hear anything, and I usually hear a whisper. I had met some of them would come into the restaurant. They're gone. They're straight up. So I haven't heard peep. Might be all dead. I wonder if the
You
coterie
didn't-
did it.
You didn't
Nah.
hear?
No, boys.
I heard that the bigwigs didn't like that they got too loud. They got tipped off somehow.
I mean, it was really weird. This is why I don't like the orgs. This is why our cells never worked with the orgs unless we had to. Fucking. Ugh. Anyways, that's good to know. With them in town, it makes things a lot more chaotic. So I'm glad they're gone. But I'm kind of worried about the smaller groups out there. If they try to get on to him, I wonder what they do, this coterie does with people, just ordinary people trying to, seeing something that's wrong in the world. And then looking at the mayor, and I hope to God he's got a good mask on that. Nobody knows, but if they do know, I just wonder how badly he'd hurt them.
Well, I guess we can't be too sure until she gets like a chime on her phone and she opens it up. And then I think she goes a little bit pale and just says, "Oh shit, that witch is here."
What do you mean?
She shows him her phone, and it's it's one of the more private entrances to this establishment, and Alexandria is standing at the door.
Fat
Yeah.
Cat, I know you're in there. I have a couple things I wish to discuss with you. Personal things to discuss, mind you.
Oh, that weird bitch. All right. All right. I'll figure this. Okay, okay. And he looks around the room, grabs his things, and will hit on the intercom. He'll just put the intercom on for that. Come around to the northeast side entrance. This is the door that you will not enter. That's the proper one. And why should I let you in unannounced? I didn't ask you to come here.
Oh, well,
You
just
made
saying
the-
that.
You came up uninvited last time, but I was all right with that. Right here. Why you want to talk to me?
I wish to talk to you in private, person to person. Reminisce on a little bit of your darker history, per se.
Fucking information brokers. Great. Now I gotta play that. This is the intercom. He turns the intercom off before he says that. He's like, just looks at her. She's a fucking information broker. God damn it. So she's coming probably to make some kind of deal or something about information. God fucking damn it. You think we should let her out, Clementine?
I mean, I don't like the looks of her, but she's just gonna keep doing this.
Well, always lead with a nice foot. Barclay always did say give people some chances. So, all right. He goes over, says go to the other entrance. Once you get there, he's going to open the door and motion you in. Come on in.
One second. Oh, let's type that shit.
Also, I just want to say, if you want to cut at this, I don't know. Alistair and Duke haven't had a scene tonight, and I don't want to take all of it from them.
Yeah, we can
I don't mind.
Okay. As long as you don't.
I don't-
I just want to make
I
sure.
don't mind. I don't mind either. I mean, Alexandria like hasn't had like one-on-one time with Frederick, so I'm happy to watch this play out.
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe
Yeah,
next
I
let's
just wanted to
do
make
it.
sure in case there was some
I reckon
scenes
next
that you really
session-
wanted to do. Yeah.
No, next session we can do something with Duke. I'm
Okay.
just pretty tired today. I'm
Okay.
enjoying listening to it all, so it's okay.
Your
Pat,
own
pat,
personal
pat.
podcast.
Yeah, I'm kind of like preoccupied with like making sure my stream setup's like all good to go for tomorrow.
Oh, bases. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, Alexandria walks in. And no, I never got a good look at this place last time.
Well, welcome in. I would have had something for you to eat. And as he motions you through, Clementine, might have to fire something up if I'm going to be inviting you. Would you like a meal tonight?
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm fine without the meal. As she raises her hand, Fat Cat would notice that she's not wearing her gloves right now.
All right. That means nothing to him personally yet.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you fall through, I'm going to make a stealth. I'm going to make a dex and stealth to hide the Tanglefoot trap on the wall behind the curtain near the door.
All right. So, Alexandria, I'm gonna say if you want to catch that, it would be wits awareness.
All right. What do I have? Oh, good. I have heightened senses. Okay. So I'll activate that. Skills. Awareness. Yep. Nothing else. All right. Roll. Ugh. 2 successes.
I also got 2 successes.
I'll say that you notice him standing by the door a little bit longer than necessary, but you don't know that he's hiding anything.
Yeah. She notices that and like flicks her eyes to him. She like stands by the door and just Yes, no need to eat. Like I said, I'm here for personal reasons, not business.
All right. He goes, takes a seat, takes a cigar out of the tray and goes in. I'll be right with you. Go ahead and take a seat.
She'll sit down and cross like one leg over and then just she's looking around at everything.
He goes through the main area and then goes in to the armory, goes and changes his suit to one of the more reinforced ones. This one's a bit different color. And he will, as he goes back out, he will just take with him, looking from the freezer, he'll just take out a small, what would this be? This would be kind of like an aged whiskey. Looks like a thing of whiskey and some. So it looks a little hot though. This is one of my alchemical things. And then yeah, I think he heads back with some glasses of whiskey and sits down and offers you one. I don't know if you drink.
Oh dearie, I did not make it this far in my life being sober.
I don't know if you can. Well, by all means, if you'd like a little bit of some whiskey here, you may.
She nods, takes it, then as she like is looking at, she like is doing the thing where you like drag your finger over the rim of the glass and just 48 years. It's been 48 years since I've seen your little mug.
All right. Also, this what you have. He poured you a glass. This was not his bottle of wine. He has a different bottle, and he gives you the that bottle of whiskey. It is just normal whiskey.
Yeah, no,
So, I don't know if you-
she's looking at it. She'll get around to it probably eventually.
Okay. Didn't know if you have the eat food merit, so I'm just why this is a little interesting test.
She does not have the eat food merit, but she'll still accept it regardless.
Okay, it would be interesting to see if she tries to drink. Cool. He just looks at you. Yeah, and what of it? Who are you?
Well, I'm just thinking about the fact, well, when I saw you at Broken, well, one, I was surprised to see somebody who used to work in your previous profession hanging out in a place with possibly one of the most dangerous vampires in New Orleans, aside from Marcus, but you were in a place with Marcus and Ophelia's domain. So either some things have changed, which I'm gonna, she gestures around, take a willing shot to do, or you're playing some form of long game, which then I'd be impressed.
One last thing I want to say he came with, and if we need to do another roll, that's fine. He grabbed one of his steaks and concealed it within his suit and jacket.
Okay, I'd say Dex Stealth to do that.
Gotcha. Just in case somebody came uninvited by themselves. This feels scary.
She's harmless. What are you talking about?
Can I say it to do this in his code that he does specifically? Can I say intellect and stealth? Because that's kind of how he rolls.
Sorry?
For my role, can I do intellect and stealth? Because he has time to prepare this before he comes out.
Sure.
Thank you. I was like, I could do it really fast, but no, this is a methodical. I'm putting on my suit. I'm getting my game face on to have some cigars with somebody and negotiate.
Before I get any further, I would like to say that if I don't check in,
3
about
successes.
Ooh, nice. Should I roll against that or no?
Go ahead. I mean,
Alright,
we don't know how this scene is gonna go yet.
Ooh, 5 successes with a messy crit.
Ooh,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
You know
Yeah,
he's
you know that.
you know he's packing.
She
Yeah,
knows.
you
She
know.
does. She knows, but she like doesn't say anything about it. But this will perfectly leads into what I was gonna do. I should mention that if I don't check in, a certain group of people might come storming in, per se.
Oh, how long is that?
Oh, it depends. But I can tell you that the second I don't check in, they will be in that door and your wife will be dead before you have time to even think about using that little piece of metal or wood you got in your pocket there.
Well, that's good to know. Thanks for the information. Who the
Just
fuck
giving you
are
a
you?
fair warning. Being respectful. Just giving you a warning. I didn't tell them to go after you. I know that would have as much impact. But you got your little lady. Like I said, I'm not here on business. And if I wanted you dead, well, I wouldn't have shown up. I'm not like Ophelia. I'm not the type to deal with situations with my own hands. I don't like getting blood on my fingers. Not classy. Not bespoke, per se.
All right.
So you want to put it on the table for me, or are we going to continue this little dance? If it makes you feel better. And she will take her own pistol out, pull the magazine out, and like pop the one in the chamber and set it on the table.
Respectfully, I don't know who you are. I don't trust you.
You are.
So I'm just gonna
And that's
keep
the
this
best
here.
part. That's
I'm
understandable.
just gonna keep this. Because it doesn't matter if you just put your, if I don't know who you are and what you can do, you could easily kill me without that gun, I suppose. So I'm gonna keep my hands on something I know that works, just in case.
That's fair.
Hell, I
that's
don't know.
fair.
Maybe you can explode my brain.
Oh dear, do you think if I would be an information broker if I was doing that? No, I'd be an assassin. Ugh. I would have
I suppose.
joined up with the Garden all those years ago.
Can I make a roll on that? Because I don't think I do know about that.
A roll on.
The garden.
Go ahead.
Everyone who knows
what-
me knows I will intermingle all of my characters together. I do not care.
Nope.
You tell me that
No, I
these are
get you.
taking place in modern days, I will intermingle my character.
What am I rolling? I would say
Intelligence
ooh,
occult, maybe?
Intelligence occult. Hey, I'm built for that, baby.
Please do not grab your own balls, Luke.
Nope. Cult 3 plus that. So and again, I have some good dice pools.
I would
For
laugh if I
this.
saw that in the dessert shop.
4
Oh, that'd
successes.
be beautiful.
Right. What does he get with force?
With 4 successes, I would say with his background, Fat Cat would know that that was a kindred organization known for killing, but wouldn't know the deep end details. Would know that it is extremely prestigious in a way. That it's like if you were a kindred and you heard that someone was a bounty on the garden, you gave up on that person. You're like, all right, you're screwed. I'm
Damn,
staying
okay.
far away from you. You are not someone I want to be near.
Noted. All right. That's what he says. All right, Alexandria. You
Thought I would see ya. 48 years. To be fair, you took out, what was it? Well, I guess you and your group of 12 took out I think it was 48 of us in that group, which was impressive, but still.
Hmm.
Oh, now you
You-
remember.
He looks at you. His eyes go wide for a second. You easily see anger flash across his face, then resolve, then calmness. And he sets the stake down on the very edge of the table right next to him and looks at you. You were one of them, weren't you?
Of course. It's not that often that the Sabbat get a chance to take out a little bit of a hunter group.
So why are you here?
To answer some of your questions, of course. I mean, you can't have truly thought that the 5 of you surviving all these years was a coincidence, did you?
I'm listening.
See, when we came to take out your little clusterfuck of a group, well, couldn't even call it an actual militia. You guys were doing mediocre work at best, but regardless of my personal prejudices, I'd begun to grow tired of the Sabah. They talk too much. They have so many words, so few actions, so uppity. You know, they're so full of themselves. They're like the Camarilla, but at least the Camarilla has the balls to say it with the fucking chest. But the bots all trying to be sly and sneaky about it. They're like an unloved Shadow the Hedgehog.
I don't know what that is, but let's assume I do. Out of character, I'm laughing.
I heard it. I heard the chuckle. um, so when we came to take y'all out, I was as you know, I'm the one that noticed. Well, actually, you probably didn't know. I mean, you guys did not have the best hiding spot. And yet, somehow, all of you got missed. Let to walk free. And even then, no one came to check on you. To be fair, it's hard to have someone check on you when a team of 60 Sabat members come in and only one returns alive, gravely injured. So.
So why are you here?
Well, do you want to know the reason I'm here for you, or the reason I'm here in New Orleans to begin with? Those are two very different questions, dearie, and I'm happy to answer both, but you gotta specify.
I'll let you choose. You decide what you want to tell me.
I'm here to see you. Because I was surprised when I heard that a majority of the rest of your buddies went all down to death row, per se. Not actually in prison, you know, but they're dead. But then I saw that here you are, alive and kicking, with a wife no less. Well, I just had to come and say hello. How could I not? Considering the fact that the reason that you're still standing here on the burly little legs of yours is because of me. And the fact that I was more than willing to backstab the people that had trusted me for so long. You know how hard it is to kill 12 of the kindred before we get back to our compound?
You mean have
actually,
other
it's not
people
that-
kill them for you? Said it
Oh,
yourself,
no,
you
no,
don't
no.
get your hands dirty.
Oh, no, no. This was before I started doing that. This was actually the last time I did that. When you end up at the just the right haven, and everyone else goes to rest, you fight that little drowsiness in your head, and maybe a curtain is left open during the daylight. And so when you go lie down, when you wake up the next night, why, there's nothing but ash. Oh, what a horrible mistake. I mean, somebody should have really checked to ensure that that was properly closed and not broken. We were devastated at the losses.
So you had enough resistance to resist the Voldery and
Eh,
kill
just
your
a
own
little.
pack.
Just a little. And then as for what I'm doing here in New Orleans, well, Ophelia Daniels is the one who asked me to be here. Watch over for a little bit while she's off on, what did you call it? Sabbatical?
I didn't say a thing.
Right.
Also, above board, that would mean that she tapped this room.
You assume that she didn't?
If you did, we're gonna have to roll for that because this place is swept regularly. This is his haven.
I would love to have that.
Sure,
Sure.
I'm willing to roll for that. I'm willing to roll for that.
I'd say,
Moon, could you roll for me? Because you probably would have had Igor do it.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Is
The
Igor's
idea of
actually-
the idea of Alexandria bugging any room is terrifying, especially if it's Marcus's room.
You can just roll and say that Igor did it.
All right.
I'm gonna say
I would like to use I'm going to say this. I have a security system for each on this merit dice pool to resist unauthorized access to. So that's going to be a +1 to my whatever I roll. Plus, I have 3 dots in my haven. So you have make decisions. 1 dot version of this
I'll
block covers
just-
control.
I'll just roll never mind, I'll just roll. I'm
Okay.
gonna just say Dex stealth.
That works.
What for my would be intelligence plus my haven plus my merit. So intelligence technology.
I'd say so, yeah.
Intelligence technology +1. So that's would I add my hunger to this?
I would say so.
All right. Uh 4 successes.
Fortunately, I got 5 successes, so there will be 1 bug that you miss.
My question, here's my question. Okay, this can be an above board question. How did they get into it? This is a question for Igor. How did they get inside this house and plant one? Or where is it planted?
It is
You prob-
planted. Oh, go ahead. No, Moon actually. Actually, Moon would know best.
He probably slipped in using obfuscate of some kind. And he probably has Ghost in the Machine as well.
Gotcha. All right, good to know. Or good to not know.
I
You're
don't
like,
know where the bug would be.
I'll
I
let
would
you
say,
choose.
yeah. I think the bug is actually placed up in a corner around where some of the curtains are laid on the walls. It was the perfect. He usually checks areas, but this wonderful curtain aesthetic that covers walls is great for hiding stuff behind them for when people come in, and it's also great and a downside that if you just put it in the right corner behind one of the curtains, works both ways to be spied on. So yeah,
Exactly.
I'd say you got audio out of that, but not
Yeah,
video.
that's all she needs. She doesn't need visual. She just needs audio.
Yep. Yeah. He just looks at you. Okay.
She asked me
Right.
to ensure that nobody hurts her friends or allies. And then I walked in, and you surprised me to see, well, you there. So, of course, I had to take a few extra precautions. Naturally, she doesn't know about this. If she found out I was doing this, well, she would probably kill both of us. And honestly, I much prefer to be alive at night, so I'd like to keep this between us.
All right. Why'd you break away? Just because they were dumb? Or you didn't want to be as monstrous as them?
No,
You
nothing
see.
like that. I got bored. See, like I said, they're all about the same old things. They're boring, stuck in their ways, just like the Camarilla. They all want to keep the old traditions of things, never want to innovate or expand, think about things. Now, I will say I'm a bit of a curmudgeon when it comes to the way I like my music. I prefer records over CDs. I prefer cassettes over these newfangled, what are they, Bluetooth MP3 devices. I'll take a nice, solid record over any day. Would you agree?
Kind of bobs his head back and forth thinking about it. Sometimes.
It's just a more respectable medium. Plus, it's physical. How can you get? I'm getting beyond myself. I apologize. I get a little Whew, that compulsion was starting to kick in a little bit. I apologize. So, I left. Now, of course, they didn't take that too kindly, so I had to do a few things for them here and there. But then I got out, left my own way, settled down, set up a nice business, started with nothing but a bit of the coin I had in my pocket and built it up to what I have now. I was always good at information gathering back in the Sabbat, and so now it's helped that I've got that back in. Of course, now I'm doing it less about giving it to my superiors on who to take out, who to kill, and who to strike down from the proverbial totem pole. And now I'm just using it to make money.
Interesting. Do you remember in the group that you killed? You remember sandy blonde haired fella, got a little bit of pepper in his beard, wore a lot of crosses on him.
Oh, I was worried you were about to say my group. We had a guy that looked exactly like that in the group that I killed. Ugh, had to lie to his wife. Phew. Hopefully she's doing better now.
My question was not answered.
Yes, I do remember. Got a nice little ticker up here.
Were you the one who killed him?
No. I wasn't the one that killed him. That was Jebediah.
When you walk a darker path in life, do you hold to your humanity, or do you give yourself away just like those pack mates of yours did?
She taps her chin. She's like, I suppose a little bit of both. There can't be darkness without light and light without darkness. Perfectly honest, I like to embrace both. Though with this new little partnership I'm in, I'm probably going to be learning some new things, but as things go on, I definitely do try and stick with my humanity. While empathy does not come naturally to me, I can pity, sympathize. But we also do need to remember, for every horrible thing the kindred have done, humans have done just as bad. At least the kindred do it for superiority complex. Humans do it for more ridiculous reasons. Bigotry, racism, religious zealotry. Now that's been a whole reason for just excommunicating, slaughtering, genociding, and butchering people. You say that their gods, you say that your God is better than theirs, and that gives you the right to cut them down in cold blood. I never understood that. What kind of a god would allow that?
Alexandria, the name of that man that died that night was Garrett. And he always believed that people should have a second chance. He always believed that death was not the immediate answer, and even the worst of the worst deserved a chance to redeem themselves, a second chance to be better than they were. Me, I never believed that from the beginning. I believe there are monsters in this world that take away the things that humans, that humanity has to offer, and that they will twist it in every dark manner. They will make abominations, and that is not a world I want to live in. However, he was able to show me that some of our kind can be better, and I've met people who I believe can be better who aren't the monsters. Alexandria, should I give you a second chance?
As he says
And
that,
I'm going to again rouse the blood one more time, taking a puff off of this cigar to use mask of mask of trust, I think it was.
All right.
Mirror of trust. So I'm just gonna rouse that quickly. Gonna actually, yeah, no, I have to do that. So I have to activate it. Alchemy roll. Increased effect. So whereas I'm not getting hungrier and 3 successes, so yeah, it automatically affects. In any check I use to have you tell the truth, which I'm willing to make, will add some dice to it. And that is the question I'm going to ask is, should I give you? Do you believe I truly should give you a second chance?
and she'll smile, reach into her coat, and she'll pull out a folder and set it on the table. Me personally, I would have to say probably no. But asking someone like Rise, he would say yes. And unfortunately, speaking with Rise more often and with the work I'm going to be doing with him, I suppose that's liable to change, but I would like you to take a nice peek at that folder there. See, I showed Rise a version of my ledgers earlier tonight. What I'm about to show you is the true ledgers. What most people don't see, the things that people don't care about.
He will open it, and my just so you know, just how this can inform you, what how to affect you. I'm just going to do a quick manipulation and intimidation, which is only going to be 3 dice, right? No, I added the extra 3 from that, so 6. Just to make sure you tell the truth for the rest of the scene.
That's fair.
That's 4 successes, so.
Funny enough, you making me do that isn't gonna change what she says. Makes me
Oh,
even
I
better.
figured. No, I've got a line for that. Trust me, I know exactly what you're doing, and I love it. He opens the folder.
That is what people really use my information for. Finding predators, druggies, people of undesirable notions. But of course, people don't like showing that off. That's not what people want. That's boring in their eyes. They don't care about somebody using their information to find the scum. No, 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 no. They want me to sell They want me to sell police information about the gang members and the gang members about the police. Do you know how? Sure, that brings in the big bucks, but that's only about 13% of my clientele. The other 80%, another 80% is primarily people that are desperate, looking for somebody, trying to help somebody. And the other seven, well, that's just miscellaneous. I may not help people per se, but I don't hurt them either. I don't tell them what to do with that information. I don't tell the husband that his wife, I tell the wife that his husband is cheating on him with his brother-in-law. I don't tell him to take the gun and to blow her brains all over the kitchen walls. I don't tell the young boy who's running from people to confront his family, even though he knows they're going to lock him up. No, I tell him safe locations and best advice for a therapist. I don't tell the police officer to be startled by a random acorn and start unloading rounds into someone's back. I do tell them about a genuine horrible person. It's not my fault that they keep continuously getting the wrong suspect because of their prejudices.
Let's say I believed you. Because I do. You're just coming here tonight to make sure I don't tell this group that you used to be a Sabat something, or what are you hoping to get out of tonight?
Just to show you. Because I figured you'd be the one to show this. One, show you that I'm not a good person. I never will be a good person. I'm not trying to be a good person. I'm not trying to do good deeds. I'm simply doing what needs to be done. Because other people will do it, but they'll do it. They'll do it in a way that's only going to hurt others. Sure, I hurt people, but not nearly as much as I try and help. And the second thing was to let you know that you don't tell anyone I'm Sabat, and no one finds out you're a hunter. Because if they find out, Ophelia will be back here, and both of our heads are on the chopping block. I know you have your alchemy with your thin blood whatnot. You could probably take her out, but that also requires you to survive one of her hits. And I don't know if you've seen what she's capable of, but I personally wouldn't want to take that to the chin. Only one person ever has, and he's more dust than he is person.
Well, you are a devil. You are a devil woman. You know, I know your type. I know him very well. I knew tonight you would tell me no lies. Because a devil like you never lies. They just tell you the truth that you need to hear. Because you're right. You said every single thing right tonight to make it so I wouldn't kill you on the spot or hunt you down tomorrow. Every single thing you said. He's just staring at you. Slowly, unblinkingly.
She's sitting back, leaning in her chair, and relaxed almost, with a slight smirk on her face. She takes her sunglasses off and sets them on the armrest. Though the same piercing purple eyes that you remember all those years ago. If I remember, I'm not here to antagonize. I'm here to do my job. And then when Ophelia gets back, I'll leave. But that also means preventing people like you from meddling. So please don't go be putting heads into poor ideas into poor Marcus's head. He's smart. He can hold his own. But Ophelia has her own territory. She has people to take care of it for her. And I assure you that two people of this coterie there are two people in this coterie that you are to not ever touch. And this isn't coming from as a job. It's a piece of advice from you. Are you ready?
Sure.
You want that to touch Rise or Molly? Honestly, if you hurt anybody in the coterie, it won't end well for you. But if you touch either one of those, you won't be getting Ophelia. You'll be getting something very, very different. Something darker. It'll make the slaughter that my team did to your people look like a picnic. like another Tuesday night water fight. And I like having you around. So I just trust that you be careful with what you do. Because one is her wife, the other is her charge. Those two people are the tiny, tiny toothpicks keeping a burning pyre from landing right smack dab on top of New Orleans.
All right. Wasn't going to, but it's good to have more information.
Had to make sure. Besides, I've met Dumma. That's the thing, though. You're smart. And she puts her sunglasses back on. Oh, by the way, they are the like Morpheus sunglasses from the Matrix. They just like kind of clip onto like the bridge of her nose. And I could tell you were smart. Because if you were stupid, if you were stupid, you wouldn't have done whatever you've done by the door. You wouldn't have changed into a more protective outfit. You wouldn't have had the stake. And you would have killed me as soon as you saw me. You're intelligent. You can think ahead. And you're smart. But even intelligence only goes so far without information. So consider this a courtesy. If you stick with this coterie, be mindful. They may not have a leader per se, and they might not do things that make the most sense. Lord knows they are a bit of a type. But they get what they need to get done. At the end of the day, and she stands up, they're just trying to live their lives, go about it. Hell, even if I don't personally believe Ophelia's big vision of a world where kindred and humans and other species can just live together in harmony, not gonna stop her from doing it. One, because who am I to try and stop someone else's vision? And two, I personally like my ribcage unshattered.
Very helpful. Well, Alexandria, it seems that we've come to an accord.
But of course, and she will take the magazine and like the bullet, clip it in, load it back into the pistol racket, put the safety on it.
Before she goes to grab her, what do you call it? Her pistol. He extends his left hand. Yeah. Before you do that, he extends his left hand for a handshake.
And she will hold out hers and shake it. Hold out her left hand and shake it. Like I said.
And as you do, his right hand goes down, grabs a stake, and lunges.
Oh boy. All right. All right. So I'm gonna say,
if you want to say scene right there and wait till next time, or if you want to take care of this.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. We're doing this.
Okay.
Okay. Alexandria. To avoid this, it is going to be Dex Athletics.
Oh, she has no athletics.
For
this you can fight back or dodge. Yeah.
Fat Cat. This is going to be
Strength melee.
Strength melee. Yeah.
Cool.
Alexandra, if you want to like parry, I will also say that this is I'd say it's Dex Brawl or Dex.
I have none in Brawl. I made a talking character.
It feels weird to be so weak in that area, doesn't it?
It is.
Doesn't feel right
for me. It feels wrong.
It feels
Why
wrong.
do you think I gotta talk my way out of shit?
It feels wrong. I don't like it. All right. I guess I'll just I'll rouse and I'll blood surge at least, so then I can and I'll roll my dex. It's not gonna be a lot, so. Oh, that's a failure. That's a bestial failure.
At least, hey, at least you have access to rousing your blood to boost your dice pool. Thin bloods don't get that, man. It sucks.
Well, I didn't set a difficulty, so it's just one success right now.
Oh, well, it's a versus thing. I got 4 successes.
Alexandria,
Yeah.
you knew that he was packing, but you dodge too late, and the stake enters through your ribs.
It does not go for
It
the heart.
is-
I did not make a called shot, just so you know.
Okay, I'll say you get close enough. It's still, like, in her ribs.
Oh, good. And now that I've done that, I'm gonna activate freezer fluid.
Alexandria, you feel a cold sensation start to creep through you. You start to feel sluggish.
Before it activates, I
Stiff.
gotta roll this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It might fail. This could fail, so I have to actually do a distillation roll real quick. Make sure it doesn't accidentally just not a roll effect. That's something that Thimblets have to deal with. Sometimes your powers, you made your thing shittily.
You made your potion unpotion-like.
Yeah. Sometimes you just suck.
Sometimes your potions aren't for the strongest. They are clearly the weakest.
I got exactly 1 success, so it does activate, and so that's just 1. And then I have to roll. This is an opposed roll because this. I'm just letting you know this is gonna suck.
I figured.
Resolve and alchemy. So that's I believe that's 7 dice plus the dice of the success. There's for every success wins by the victim loses 2 dice. For every success, the alchemist wins by. Okay.
Oh, I had rapid reflexes. I probably could have added that. It wouldn't have helped anyways.
Okay. You need to roll a stamina and resolve roll.
All right. And blood surging. So let's do. Ugh, 3 successes.
Really? That's really cool. I'm gonna spend my last willpower.
You know what? I have willpower. I'm gonna reroll 2 of them. See if I can. 4 successes.
That is quite literally 5.
Perfect.
I'll read this. What
Why
this
don't
does.
Why don't you explain how it?
Sure. Actually, yeah. As this thing gets pushed into you, you feel almost as if you know how you look at. By the way, out of curiosity, did you have your Blush of Life activated? At any
Hell
point?
no.
You didn't. Okay. So this even works better. Have you ever seen a bottle of water that's so close to freezing but has not yet, and the second you introduce a single drop of ice into it, it just spreads and the entire thing becomes ice?
Yeah, my mom's a
You
biochemist.
feel-
We did that. We did that experiment.
Awesome. So it's kind of like that with your blood.
Kinky.
As it goes in, it feels like a coldness spreading from your insides. It is going to every bit of your limb. It's like the cold blood you already had. Vampires don't like fire, but the weakness that doesn't come up as much is cold temperatures, especially with the blood not warmed, can freeze yourself. Liquid nitrogen, if you took a bath in it, you'd go into torpor, frozen easily. And as it spreads and you feel it, whatever this stake is coated in, you lose for every for every success the alchemist wins by, the victim loses 2 dice from all physical pools.
That's fine.
So you now have 2 less strength, dex, and stamina. That also affects your health tracker temporarily.
Yeah.
You have less health. And he injects that with you. You're not staked, so technically, it's
And she
just
just-
really cold.
Just, ugh. Oh. Oh. Fat cat.
Oh, and you take 1 superficial damage, I guess.
Oh, fat cat. Ugh. I knew you would be predictable, but I didn't think you would do this.
You forgot. I'm not as smart as you. You already know that. So I am a little stupid. Don't worry. You're gonna see another day. I'm just gonna prove a point. And he's gonna pull it out, and he's going to, for a called shot, try to stab you in the heart.
All right, so strength and melee versus, well,
I got nothing, so
it's gonna be
You don't even have anything in athletics.
no.
all your dice is gone.
But
You
before
are-
he goes to try and strike, she
Mhm.
as he like pulls it out and he like prepares, she will say, but what about the boy?
There's no hesitation.
No,
Does not
perfect.
stop him whatsoever. And just because this technically is doing damage to you, I'll just roll the damage, which is my strength in melee, which again, 4 dice plus 3, so 4. You take
really
3
glad I'm-
superficial, or 2, because it's halved, so you take 2. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have a plus anything to actually damage, so you just take 2 superficial. And the stake lands. And, well, you're still conscious, but you're completely frozen.
As she feels her body begin to freeze, she like smiles softly. And as she kind of remains frozen, everybody in the coterie gets a text.
Ooh. Text time.
I don't
does
like
it say?
this.
What does it say?
It's bing, 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 and it just says initiating cat protocol. And his information is being sent. The fact he was a hunter.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
Cool.
And that's
Cool.
everybody in the coterie, including
Cool.
Ophelia.
And that's where we'll end session.
Cool.
Oh my god.